Marty Duda. Welcome to the 13th floor. Today we have Mice on Stilts, and representing the Mice on Stilts is Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Kia ora, yeah. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming up. We've already done the music thing, we should say, and people need to hear this. It's amazing what you guys do. So
thank you.
Yeah, very impressive. And incredibly busy day, so I'm glad that, because you're recording a video later today?
Yeah, we're going to go and shoot the Kandala video, yeah, and then we've got the release show.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Busy day.
Great that you could fit us in. It's fantastic. So just tell me, because the band that we're seeing today, there's 7 of you here.
Yes.
Is it a kind of a movable feast? Are there members that kind of move around, or is it always that big, or how does it work?
Yeah, it has been a little bit of a floating band, but it's definitely not really, that's not how I wanted it to be. It's just kind of how it happened. So the band that played today, 3 of the 7 of us were actually on the album.
Right.
And so there's like 5 people that recorded on the album that are not in the band anymore. It's just kind of how it happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of a season, and yeah.
And are you kind of the ringleader of the bunch?
I write the songs.
Well, that's good,
yeah.
Good enough, yeah. And the sound of the band, I guess when I first heard it, immediately I thought of Pink Floyd, which I think a lot of people probably mention when they talk about it.
I've heard people say
it's kind of Pink Floyd, yeah. Radiohead kind of thing going on. But the Pink Floyd thing was like pre Dark Side of the Moon, post Syd Barrett, kind of with piano instead of synthesizer. What's your take on what you guys sound like?
I just think we're a pop rock band, I guess. But I really do like that era of Pink Floyd.
Right.
And I love Radiohead a lot, so yeah. Yeah, there's it's a big compliment, so yeah, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah. And is it tough to find so many other musicians to kind of bring what you are trying to do into fruition?
Yeah, it has been a little bit, I guess. But you know, like I've met people on buses and at parties and open mics, and it's all just kind of fallen into place. You know, I've been very fortunate in that respect to always have great musicians in the band, and yeah.
So you just kind of have your antenna up, and you think, oh, there's somebody on the bus. They look like they could play trumpet or something.
Yeah, any bohemian-looking character. I go, yeah. What do you play anything? Yeah, I play trumpet. Yeah, you know, something like that. Yeah.
That's a good way to get hooked up with a band, I guess.
Yeah.
So the album is called "Hope for a Mourning."
Yeah.
And the record release thing is happening today, so people can get it. And the first song we're going to hear is the first song on the album. It's called Kandala.
Yeah, Kandala. Yeah.
All right. And so give me a little background on this one.
So I used to work for a big internet provider, and so every day you'd kind of speak to people across the country, and I spoke to this woman that lived in Kandala. And it's a suburb in Wellington, kind of like just north of Wellington Central. And for whatever reason, the word just kind of stuck with me. And I looked it up, and it's got like a pretty rich history. It means the resting place of God. And the song is kind of just about existing, with other people without anxiety or expectation. And it's just a song about nice things, really. Yeah. And I just thought the title was the resting place of God. You know, I thought that was quite an appropriate title for it. So yeah.
All right. Well, let's give it a listen, and we'll come back and talk some more.
Cool.
Take a seat by the fire, and battle time through the evening. Are we the only ones here? lies the world, while trains disappear through the air. You are a river, and I'm swimming deep in. Those crows above me will keep circling through the air. You are a river, and I'm swimming deep in pain. Those crows above me will keep circling through the air. You are a river, and I'm swimming deep again. Those crows above me will keep circling through the air.
All right, we're back here with Ben from Mice on Stilts. And so the band has been cruising around doing your thing for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Is it tough to keep a band going, especially when there's so many various members, and I'm sure nobody's making a lot of money doing this.
No.
They all have jobs and stuff. So what is involved in like keeping the thing going?
I think like for me, I think a massive reason that I wanted to like start a band or be in a band was to have a community. You know, I mean, maybe that's kind of subconsciously why there's so many people in the band, and I think like maintaining that part of it is for me the hardest part. Like I think it's quite easy to, well, it's easy enough to organise a practice with 7 people and play music and go, cool, see you next week. But I think like keeping some kind of community within that, I think is a bit harder when having band social nights. It sounds really cheesy, but it's actually been pretty fun,
Yeah.
So that's probably the hardest part about it, is kind of keeping that togetherness, I suppose. Yeah, that's the part that's important to me anyway.
And so what can you tell me about, just pick a couple of the folks that were playing with you today, and give me a little background on it.
So like Rob, who plays drums, he's been in the band from the start.
Right.
So like 3 years, and he's like probably one of my best friends.
Right.
We spend a lot of time together outside of the band. He's a really great drummer, listen to a lot of music together, and me and Sam eat a lot of pizza together, and
Hey.
all those guys went to uni together, so they know each other pretty well. But
Where's the best place for pizza for you?
It's just shitty dominoes, you know. Like it's
So depressing.
yeah, it is depressing, but yeah.
At least go to Sal's.
Yeah. And then Tim, who like I've known Tim for like 14 years now. It's actually like he kind of played in bands throughout.
And what does Tim play?
He plays bass.
Right.
He sings to that pedal, and he produced this album and the one before it.
Ah.
But he played in bands all through our teens, and I kind of like went to a lot of their shows, and I think that was part of like why I wanted to play in a band, just kind of, he's my best mate, like just watching him play in bands, and I kind of was quite inspired by that, and so that's part of the reason I wanted to start a band, and it's just really awesome that now we're playing in the same band. Yeah, some 10 years later, yeah.
And you have Jasmine singing with you.
Yeah, Jasmine Bummer. She's from a band Being, and she went to uni with like half the band as well. She's an amazing singer and
Right.
just such an awesome person. There's a lot of female vocals on the album, and we've got like this set of shows coming up. So I thought it'd be really nice to incorporate that live. So she was really keen. So and she's an awesome person. So
That always helps.
Yeah.
And so this next song that we're going to hear, which is called "The Hours," just features 3 of you singing and playing.
Just a little. Actually, I really love Tiny Ruins.
Right.
So I think I was just trying to rip off Tiny Ruins in that song. Just like spent a lot of time trying to learn the kind of finger picking that she does and that kind of thing. So and that's just one that I've stolen off her. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to check with her and see if she picked up on that. But in the meantime, let's give it a listen. This is "The Hours" with Mice on Stilts, and we'll be back one more time.
Let's leave the town. I'm okay to drive. I just need a moment on my own. These days and nights, my plans fell apart. I just need the evening to myself. Oh, it's you again. Oh, it's you again. Oh, it's you again. My coat on the bed, my shoes on the floor. I just hope you don't find me for some time when the moon takes flight. I'll depart from the scene. I just need a lifetime here alone. Oh, it's you again. Oh, it's you again.
All right, we're back with Mice on Stilts with Ben, and we have one more song to hear, which is an amazing song. And
thank you.
the thing that I noticed from listening to the album and from hearing you guys here today is the range of the kind of stuff that you're doing. And I'm wondering where that comes from, because, you know, I mean, most bands sound like they sound,
Yeah.
but you just did a song with just the three of you, and now this next thing will be this giant wall of sound
Yeah.
that's going to come and lift us all up.
I spent like the thing that really kind of introduced me to music on a really, you know, on that level when you're just obsessed with it, was metal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd still listen to like a good amount of metal, but when I was a teenager, it was kind of all I listened to. And then like I started listening to a lot of Tim's music, which was kind of like indie. And then I've just over the last couple of years been really into folk music. So I guess that's kind of how, you know, I like different parts of, I like really stupidly loud music and really crushing music and then really quiet music, you know. Yeah. So I think it's just listening to a lot of stuff.
And you know, it's not that unusual. Oh, it didn't used to be that unusual.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to Led Zeppelin 4,
Yeah.
you've got rock and roll and, you know,
Yeah.
Black Dog and all that, and then Battle of Evermore, that little acoustic things that they do.
Yeah.
Whereas these days, everybody seems to be just kind of one thing or the other.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just they're just different things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the bands that I listen to are kind of like that, you know, like just that's their sound, you know. And I don't think it's better or worse. It's just
right.
different, yeah.
And
Yeah.
how did the rest of the band feel when you kind of throw these things at them and go, oh, no, this is going to be...
Yeah, I don't know.
'Cause I love the fact you got horns and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that just kind of takes it to another level.
I think like it's just like our band practices, you know, like I'm pretty sure like most bands, we just kind of spend half the time we spend discussing
right.
it as well as practicing it. So we'll talk about, you know, just always adjusting it. And
are they heated discussions or are they pretty mellow?
Nah, I think they're quite chill. Yeah. Yeah.
Try to get a little, you know,
Yeah.
controversy going
Yeah.
if we can. All right, well, we're going to finish off with an epic song. This thing goes on for 7, 8, 9 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, I think on the album it's like 10 or 11 minutes, yeah.
And so it's called Funeral.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about it before we hear it?
So one of the guys that one of the guys that used to play in the band, he I found him one day at his house,
right?
And he was just, I don't know, very unwell, you know, and
right.
it's kind of just about like, you know, like I mean, I think part of the album is about there's lots of different. It's just kind of about like embracing all of our emotions, you know. Like I mean, if you feel really depressed, that's okay, and just feel really depressed, you know. And so it's kind of just about my friend who just felt really depressed and just. I'm not really explaining it very well.
No,
but
I think you're getting it across.
Yeah.
And once people hear the song, I think they'll understand even more, because I don't know if your friend ever heard the song, but I don't see how you can feel bad at the end of it.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, it's just kind of, it's meant to be uplifting, but
Yeah.
it's also really just honest about, you know, these are things that we feel sometimes, and
Right.
it's just that's really all it is. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for coming and playing.
Yeah,
It was
thanks
incredible.
so much, mate. Yeah.
And
cheers.
where people can see you're doing a show in Wellington soon. Is that right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, hopefully. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's still on the,
Yeah.
on the cards. All right.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, yeah, we'll just tell people to keep an eye out for you guys.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Thanks, Marty.
Excellent.
Cheers.
The doors 10 feet away. The room is going up in smoke. I'm chained down to my bed, and soon we will be laying next to bone. head shaking like a quake. And when I look up at your face, I see the desert in your eyes. It brings me down so low. Are we going nowhere slowly, dear? Those wolves are howling out like a ghost in the night. The sirens will never forgive me. That wooden box that holds the two is open for the world to see. He's lowered into the earth. We'll see you at the funeral. In the meantime, I'll just keep on pretending this is really who we are. Still we march on as one.